The failed former president, Donald Trump, twice impeached, four times indicted, civilly liable rapist, that's the guy I'm talking about, is entering the next stage of grief as he realizes not only will at least one of his criminal trials be soon, not only could that land him in prison for the rest of his life, but the entire humiliation is going to be televised globally for all to see. You know, the 5 stages of grief was originally a concept from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I remember learning about it in junior year of high school psychology class. It comes from her book on death and dying. And the 5 stages, DABDA was the mnemonic device: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. And originally it was about the emotional journey after the death of someone else or dealing with one's own mortality. But you can apply these stages more broadly to traumatic events, significant events in people's lives. And with Donald Trump, we initially saw him enter the stage of denial. Trump saying the charges are baseless and they're untrue, they're politically motivated, it's a witch hunt, questioning the validity of the evidence, challenging the motives of those who are bringing forward the indictments. We saw that. That took place. We then saw anger. Trump regularly using Truth Social and other platforms to talk about how insanely furious he is at all of it. They're coming after you when they come after me, and we're going to go after the prosecutor, and channeling anger to those who he sees as responsible: Joe Biden, investigators, political rivals, the media, witch hunt, hoax, etc., etc. And then we are now sort of getting into the bargaining stage. The bargaining stage with Trump is going to be, is there some middle ground? Is there someone else who also deserves to be indicted or maybe impeached? Or is there someone Trump might be able to throw under the bus in order to help himself in some way? And that's where we are right now. And Donald Trump starting the bargaining phase. Trump posting to his platform, Truth Social.
Truth Social.
Quote, in a phony and probably rigged Wall Street Journal poll coming out of nowhere to soften the mental incompetence blow that is so obvious with crooked Joe Biden, they ask about my age and mentality. Where did that come from? A few years ago, I was the only one to agree to a mental acuity test and aced it. Now that the globalists at Fox and the Wall Street Journal have failed to push their third-tier candidate to success, they do this. Well, I hereby challenge Rupert Murdoch and Sons, Biden, Wall Street Journal heads to acuity tests. What sort of weird bargaining is this? Trump is in some way, this is my reading, trying to supplant or replace the criminal process with acuity tests. Don't make me face these charges in court, but I will take an acuity test against anyone who is criticizing me. Trump continuing on Truth, quote, I will name the place and the test, and it will be a tough one. Nobody will even come close to me. We can also throw some physical activity into it. I just won the senior club championship at a big golf club with many very good players. To do so, you need strength, accuracy, touch, and above all, mental toughness. Ask Brett Baer, a very good golfer. The Wall Street Journal and Fox are damaged goods after their failed, sanctimonious push and stupid $780 million settlement. Morons. All right, so listen, maybe this isn't exactly bargaining. This might actually be the depression stage of the 5 stages of grief. Or this might actually be the acceptance stage, where Trump has accepted his fate criminally and is instead focusing on golf challenges and mental acuity tests. Listen, I don't actually know what stage Trump is at. Trump may be going through the stages in some kind of weird or altered order. But what is abundantly clear from Trump insiders is the following. Over the last 2 weeks, Donald Trump has realized this is extraordinarily serious. I genuinely might spend the rest of my life in prison. Reports that he is considering throwing his kids under the bus if he can save himself when it comes to the business fraud lawsuit. Reports that he is thinking, who can I throw under the bus in these criminal trials to reduce or even eliminate my possible punishment? It's not clear exactly where Trump is in the 5 stages of grief, but he is not doing well. And there is a new development in the Mar-a-Lago documents case that is not good for the failed former president. Let's talk about that next. Stop letting government and streaming sites control what you can and can't access online. The solution is using a VPN. Our sponsor, Private Internet Access, is the only VPN that's proven multiple times in court that they are not logging your internet activity. Something else that makes Private Internet Access unique is usability. It is lightning fast for streaming and for downloads. You won't have the lags you get with many other VPNs. Private Internet Access also works with all major movie and TV streaming platforms, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. You can change your country to access content not normally available in your country. Super useful for certain sporting events, awesome BBC content only available to people in the UK. Private Internet Access lets you use IP addresses from 84 different countries and all 50 US states. You can use Private Internet Access on unlimited devices with just a single account. They also have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and they're giving you 83% off with my discount. You can subscribe for $203 a month and get 4 extra months for free. Go to piavpn.com/Pacman. The link is down below.